So in this lesson, we'll begin installing Ruby using a version manager. If you recall from the previous lesson, you'll notice that we didn't install Ruby successfully. We installed the Ruby 2.0 package from the official repositories, but it turns out that was a flunk. Let's make sure we get the latest version of Ruby using a version manager. You have loads of different version managers. The oldest one is RVM. You can type in rvm.io and you will be redirected to RVM. Like I've mentioned, this is the oldest version manager out there, but my personal favorite is actually RBEnv. RBEnv is a little lighter for me. I find it to be a lot less intrusive than RVM. Still, there are a lot of people who are choosing CHRuby. CHRuby is proving to be a strong competitor to the remaining two. You can choose either one of them, the one that suits you best. Be sure to go to each of the pages and read more information on each one of the managers. My personal favorite so far is RBEnv, so I will be installing it. There's also a different repository for RBEnv. I'm going to post it in the show notes so that you can go there. It is under the Festplugas user and it's called RBEnv installer. RBEnv installer is a simple script that allows us to install RBEnv and all of its different tools to install and manage different Ruby applications. All we need to have is git and curl, and then we just type in this command into the terminal and everything will be installed. Let's do that really quick by copying this link and opening our terminal. I'm just going to paste it in. Just type in Ctrl-Shift-V and the command will be pasted. If I press enter, most likely curl will not be installed. Look, it even suggests we install it. So let's just go ahead and copy this. Right click and click copy. Then right click and click paste. And press enter. Let's type in our password really quick. And curl will be installed right away. Okay, curl is installed. Let's press up a couple of times so that we can get the previous command we typed. This is a good thing regarding the terminal. You can scroll up and down to see the history of commands we've typed in. This will come to be really useful when we try to repeat several commands. So let's press enter, and there you go. Curl is downloading the script to install everything. It is going to clone many different repositories such as variables for RBEnv, building Rubies, default jams, and the installer. Okay, RBEnv is installed in its fullest. There's just one thing that we need to do. You see, when you use a terminal, there's this thing called the path. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to echo the contents of the path variable, and when I do it, you will see a long list of different paths joined by different colons. You can see that this is one path, this is another one, and so on and so forth. Most of them are bin folders, which are the locations for many different applications in your system. What we need to do is add in the new path for RBEnv into our path, and then the RBEnv command will be available, and so we can use it by just typing RBEnv. For now, this is not possible because RBEnv is not in the path. Remember, it is installed, we just need to make it available. So the suggestion is to export this content and put it inside the bash profile. I'm going to copy this piece of code, and now I'm going to show you the file system. So I'm just going to go to Files, click on it using the dash. Let's take a look at the contents of this file. It's under the home folder, so you can see that the dot means that this file is hidden. So what I'm going to do is click on Files and then Preferences. I'm going to check this box, close it, change views really quick, and there you go. There's the whole bunch of different files. I'm going to the bash profile. It is actually bashrc. Don't really bother about these being different. The thing is, the default file for loading terminal configurations is called bash_profile. The Ubuntu team decided that the default is bashrc. So I'm going to double click on this file, and gedit will pop up with the configurations for our terminal. Let me just see what we should do. Okay, there's really no specific order on where we should paste this code, so I'm just going to go to the very end of the file and paste the code that we wanted to paste. There you go. Let's save. Close the terminal so the changes are persisted. Let's click the terminal again, and from this point on we should have rbenv installed. Let's see. I'm going to type in rbenv, and there you go. It works. So to sum it up, rbenv is actually a load of different commands that you can use on the terminal. You use the script to install all of them, and then you need to make them available in your path. The path is that variable that I've told you that loads all of the applications and commands we can use in the terminal. The path for rbenv was not there, so we need to add it into the path variable. Once you've done that, you need to reload the terminal, and the result is what you see here. Now let's go ahead and install an actual Ruby version. I'm going to type in rbenv versions and press enter. Let me just clear the screen. We only have system. Versions gives us the list of current Rubies installed in the system. We only have one. Let's type in the rbenv command once again. And for now, all we need to do is type in rbenv install. Now, which Ruby version should we install in fact? Well, if you type in tab twice, you will see the list of all available versions in the Ruby community. The rbenv team makes sure this list is updated so you can see the many different versions. The latest MRI version for Ruby is 2.1.0. So you just type in that. It's the same version as you see here right on top. So I'm just going to press enter, and Ruby will be installed with version 2.1. Okay, as you can see, installing Ruby failed because we still need some packages. Curiously enough, the rbenv installer contains an option called Bootstrap Ubuntu 12.04. We can use it to install those libraries that are missing. So I'll just type that in. rbenv bootstrap ubuntu, and let's see what options we have. Okay, 12.04 is the latest one, so we'll do that. I'm going to type in my password because it is going to install several different packages, including that one that was missing, OpenSSL, and many other compiling tools. Okay, now that all of those packages are installed, let's reboot the rbenv install command. You go up a couple of commands and type in enter. So let's do that and download the entire source code for Ruby once again, and let's just wait a little while. Okay, Ruby 2.1 is now installed into .rbl/version/2.1.0. This is our brand new Ruby installation, so now we can just type in rbenv versions. You can see that the system Ruby is still installed and the default one. And then we have our new entry for the brand new installation. To make that Ruby default, you type in rbenv and then global. Global is the instruction that sets the global Ruby for your regular sessions. So let's just type in ruby-v first. You can see that this is the system Ruby 1.8.7. Now let's type in rbenv global 2.1.0, and now if I type in ruby-v, you get Ruby 2.1. That's great. So this global command will make this Ruby the default one. Okay, so now Ruby is installed using rbenv. You can check the instructions on the remaining version managers by going to the GitHub page for chruby, or if you're into RVM, just go to rvm.io and follow the instructions on installation. Just go a little further down below and you can install RVM here. And for more details on installation, just go to this link that contains much more documentation. There you go, loads of different commands that you can use. For Ruby, just go ahead to the GitHub page and read on the installation procedure. There you go. So now that we have Ruby installed, let's actually build a Rails product. Jump into the next lesson to see how we can do that. So I'll see you very soon.